We about to go live. We about to go live. Yeah. We about to go live. Oh, yeah. Let's go there. Light up the night. We in the zone. Oh, yeah. Topic so real. They cut to the bone.
Welcome to Let's Go There podcast.
Welcome to another episode of Let's Go There Pod, and we are ready to chop it up for another session. Today's gonna be a good one, people. And of course, as usual, happy Black History Month.
Yeah.
You know, welcome back, fellas.
What's
Thank
happening?
you. What's up?
Yeah, I feel like it's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been. I'm gonna say, as always, good to see y'all. Another
Yes,
week
sir.
down.
Yep.
All right, so
I feel like we all
today,
tired.
yeah.
Maybe it wasn't a good idea for it to be this close.
All right, so today we're gonna switch it up a little bit. All right, we have a new segment.
Yeah.
Drum roll, please. Oh, ready or not? All right. So, to explain what it is we taking it's pretty much like the Reddit of the week. We bring all three of us, we bring Reddits together, and we pick on which one might be the best one. So this is it. All right, the title of the title of the Reddit or not is I am under a shelter in place order near Puerto Vallarta.
About to whip your ass. Yep, that word go whip your ass.
Oh yeah. And my Airbnb reservation ends tomorrow. What do I do? So, for the people that don't know, that's not up on current news, some shit went down and the Mexican cartel leader got killed. And now Mexican cartel like, you killed our people?
Yeah, they're about to burn the town.
We about to cut up. Show y'all what we really about. So,
Is that your dog?
that is my dog.
Bro.
That's only got a
Dog
hostage over there or something. Hostage tied up and muzzled in the background.
Man, he over there like, man, I'm trying to get my cameo.
No. All right. So yeah, the cartel industry's pretty much going to war. I just saw something saying that they declaring war on all of Mexico. So they trying to take over. So these people that wrote this Reddit is stuck in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And they like, I'll read the story. I'm just outside of somewhere in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
and the whole town is shut down. No restaurants, no stores, no gas, nothing. Everyone is under shelter in place orders, and we were originally set to leave tomorrow morning. So my reservation ends tomorrow. The host says there are more guests coming, so we cannot extend our stay. Nigga, who is coming?
Right. Wait, what? More guests coming.
Who going to Iraq?
Bro,
What?
why they ain't cancel that shit? They ain't telling people nothing? It's like, yeah, y'all come on, we gotta get this money.
Yeah, come on. Ain't nothing going on over here.
Man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way.
what was
Talking
that?
about what should I do? Shit.
Right. So they said they followed up by saying the thing is there is nowhere open, hotels or anything. And even if there were, there are orders for everyone to not so much as step foot on the streets, let alone get on any major roads to a new spot. What can Airbnb do? I called them and they have not given me a single straight answer. They say it's up to the host. Ain't that some shit? And they cannot do anything until the situation is officially communicated to Airbnb. But the shelter in place order is coming directly from the U.S. and Mexican governments. What can we do?
Listen,
What y'all think about that shit?
I'll tell you
Like,
one thing.
yeah.
If that host ain't in town, we squatting today.
Yeah, I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm
not fucking leaving.
Come get me.
But you gotta come get
Let
me.
me see you. Yeah, let me see you get me out this house. Bet you
Let
don't
me
set
see
foot
you
out
get
here.
through that, right? That staying home shit, that order. Let me see you walk through that shit.
The only other option I think I would have on some trying to be, IQ-esque, if I had to get out of the house, I'm probably gonna play like a homeless person on the street. Cause like, why the fuck would cartel fuck with you if you're homeless? Like, they don't care about you. Ain't nobody looking for you. Ain't no ransom money, no nothing. I'm gonna be the best homeless motherfucker on that goddamn street. You think they're going around rounding up homeless people to kill them?
Bro, they'll snatch up a baby.
Facts.
I'm not gonna help them prove their point. I'm a homeless motherfucker on the street begging for change. You gonna snatch me up and kill me?
They gonna hit you.
My life is already over.
They're like, fuck
My
it.
life is over.
Yeah.
You look more American,
bro.
Oh no, bro. These dreads are gone. I'm throwing dirt on my face, ripping holes in my clothes.
They don't matter. They gonna be like, nah, our homeless don't dress like that down here.
Nah, your face too well shaven.
Yeah.
I will cut patches in my beard, all of this, bro.
Nah, don't post now. They on your ass.
They gonna say, what's your name?
Right. What's your wine?
Wine.
El Canito.
Man, they on his ass. I don't hear none of that.
What?
They ain't pressing him.
They gonna start speaking in Spanish.
Let me see your feet.
They don't speak no English.
They gonna hit you with. Let me see your feet.
Nah.
Let me see. Show me your feet. Show me your feet.
OnlyFans, nigga.
It's over with. It's over with. It's over
You
with.
just got a pedicure 2 weeks ago.
He done.
Oh,
Can't hide that shit.
Mm-mm.
Man, that's funny. Yeah, we squatting, son. Ain't no way. You ain't kicking me out.
Well, talk to the host who else supposed to be coming in. Like, hey, I'm gonna pay y'all bill for y'all to stay here, but
I ain't paying shit.
I ain't paying that motherfucking thing.
If they got the ability to kick me out, let's say if it's more than them, then there's more of us staying there right now. I don't know. You ain't bring no guns down there.
Squabble up. I'm in the house now.
Tough to get your ass beat.
I got this whole house to use. Hey, listen.
I offered to pay you the first time because I asked for an extension due to the situation that's going on. You lied to me and said, no, we got more people coming in.
Which they can't.
Nigga. All right, cool. I'm gonna leave. You're right. I'm out of here. Yes, sir. I checked out. Meanwhile, I am in that bed watching TV, eating all the snacks.
All the snacks.
In the refrigerator, all that. I'm leaving all the lights on.
The other part is though, like if you ain't supposed to be on the main roads, they'll get stuff like how are you gonna get food and all that type of stuff, like to stay there in Airbnb. Oh,
I mean, I don't think anybody is gonna be able to get food.
That's what I'm
if
saying.
They on that shit.
Well,
it just is what it is.
So you might as well go be homeless. You in the same boat. You just in a nice ass house.
At least you got
at least you got
a nice house. What you mean?
It started raining this shit. Then what you gonna do?
Yeah, cartel cut that power.
Might as well everybody shot. Either way, I got.
But why would they come to
lock doors?
Why would they take a homeless person off the street?
Because they gonna know you not homeless,
and you easy access. They coming to get you.
They ain't got to kick in the door to get your ass. They just pull up.
I'm gonna be laying in one of the little cots on the side of the road and everything. Like they not gonna look at me twice.
Hey, I hear you.
It sounds good.
Yeah. Till they pull
but
up.
Then also let's think about it. Let's think about it like this: you in the Airbnb, your ass ain't go there by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna assume, knowing you a family man, you with your family.
Yeah.
So we just all playing homeless?
Nah, that ain't gonna be believable or whatever, Wipe 2 kids and stuff like that on the street. I don't know. Maybe so. Maybe that is more believable. Airbnb, they gonna think I got money. They don't know it's Airbnb.
They on your ass. I tell you that.
Oh,
You
the
gonna
U.S.
stand
gonna pay
out.
good money for you. Let's hold you hostage.
Mm-hmm. You gonna
I'm
stand
homeless.
out, my
I'm broke
boy.
over here and I'm broke over there, Playboy. I came over here to be homeless. So what that
Oh,
say
you-
about me?
All you gotta do is say Playboy.
What that say
They
about
on
me?
your
I ain't got
ass.
no money.
so does that Playboy come
That
out?
Playboy, hey Playboy, I'm good. I'm cool. I just ain't got no
No.
money. Let me hold
Cardenal,
something.
por favor, Cardenal.
Now I don't like your R's. I don't like your R's.
Yeah, you ain't rolling it right.
You ain't rolling.
Ayúdame. Ayúdame. Don't my cup out. Ayúdame.
Oh, bro. Yeah, I hear you.
It's crazy though, because I just saw a video of another podcast. Joe and Debo and Joe.
Shout out to the Steelers. Mhm.
Yeah. Joe Hayden was actually out there in Mexico, and you know all the shit going on, and he jumped in the camera or whatever. He logged on to the streaming service because they were supposed to film, and he was like, "Look, man, I'm just showing my face." He was like, "Look, this shit out here real, like everything locked down, cartel riding around this bitch, whatever." And he was like, "Man, look, luckily I was able to book me a flight." He said that bitch is in 20 minutes, so I need to go.
Mhm.
And Debo was like, "Oh, like, you serious?" Yes, nigga. And he logged off that bit and chopped out. So I hope he made it, back safely.
Yeah. When
That's
you
the
got
one
the
reason I don't
bread.
like traveling like that, man. I like traveling, but I don't. Because you don't never know, like, what's going to pop out where you going.
I could imagine being in that situation, though.
Oh,
And
hell
we'd have been in Mexico.
I have too.
Facts.
Yeah.
I ain't going back now, but
Yeah, not now for sure.
ever.
Crazy dumb. My mom's supposed to be trying to go there.
Mm-mm.
She said in May.
Not Mexico, though, huh?
I don't know. I don't know where it's
In
at.
Mexico.
Honestly. I thought it was Mexico. I thought it was like Cozumel or some shit.
Mm-mm.
What it was?
Uh,
No, it was Puerto Rico. Is it Puerto Rico?
Trinidad or something like that.
Oh shit!
Oh.
I'm all the way off. Don't worry about me. Anyway,
Yeah. But
all right.
that's the wrap on Ready or Not. KB, Cote 6'7". Which one? Which I got?
6'7". Hey, I will add though, because we all didn't throw a story out there, so we are just we trial and error in this thing. I think I like the way it went. I don't know how y'all feel. Y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think. If y'all rocking with the Reddit or not, and maybe next time we do it, we all will have something. I'm gonna snapshot the one I had because it was good, but for the sake of time, yeah, KB was good, my boy.
Oh, it's on me?
Yeah,
I didn't fucking know that shit. We didn't say
I
that in
need
the
you to keep up.
The duck thing.
Up mustard, goddamn.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thinking about how you can be homeless.
I mean, yeah.
The boy with the
So-
shuffling his feet.
Damn, I feel like I'm on the spot right now. I ain't prepared no words or nothing, but we gonna make it do what it do. So, as I say, what's happening, not what's am. It's my fault and shit. Anyway,
Man,
so topic of today is why is it hard for us to admit when we're wrong? And what was the first time that you actually felt like you were wrong?
you know what? And real, I don't know. Can you pull up that clip? There was a clip I sent you in the chat that actually goes well with this one. It was the last one I think we was talking about. Many people out there, y'all might have seen it on social media. This one I think was on Instagram. And you check the chat, the pod chat. We was chopping it up on this one. And I think it goes well with this conversation. Because I can't share it from my phone or nothing.
All right, y'all keep talking while I work.
Well,
was it the two girls on the porch?
yeah, that one.
Okay, gotcha.
You got it now, or you want us to kind of go on?
Give me 2 minutes.
All right. So all in all,
Not
while
the
he
first
working
time he
on that
said
clip,
that, I'm sure.
while we working on that, the gist of it was, it was a son coming home. He got some girls with him, You know, they basically trying to pull up and get in the house. And mom has a doorbell camera. She catches them in the act. And they got this whole conversation, this dialogue that goes on in this, you know, in this whole fashion of like, ain't nobody doing that. Like, you know, basically dodging all accountability. And yeah, you know, y'all check it out in a second. And y'all, you know, get your own thoughts.
That's nice. All right.
Yeah.
I'm Faith. Yeah. I mean, I can speak. My name is Hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. She just said she can speak, so I'm gonna give her the opportunity. Since she wants to come direct towards me, I'm gonna give her the opportunity to tell me why she's here. So, why are you here, Hope?
I mean, we just got some food. We were just gonna chill, like it was nothing serious.
Absolutely not. See, here's the thing, right? I'm a very traditional parent, right? I don't know, you know, what type of home you guys was raised in, maybe single parent. I don't know. Nevertheless, right? But
Please don't talk about my mom or my home, please.
Okay. You know what? Here nor there. I have rules, right?
I'm a very traditional human, so I can speak for myself. So
okay,
you know, it was no disrespect though. It was no disrespect.
Okay, and let's keep it cordial, you know, ladies, because again, I don't know you all, right? And that's really
well, you know us. We just said our name.
Okay, right. But here's the thing. They know my rules, right? And my rules are no females allowed over while I'm not there, and I'm currently at work. And because I've never formally met you all, right? You just gave me a name. I don't know you from whether you are truly Hope, whether you're truly Faith. You could be Keisha and Tamika, right? Coming to steal my purse and my shoes.
Okay, you can ask them.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I apologize how they got introduced. This is no Faith and Hope, obviously. We just got into food. We just came over here chilling, my dude, and we chilling. We ain't no like that.
Well, that was nice of you, son, to buy them something to eat, because you know that's the, you know, I always tell you all, make sure you treat a female nice.
I think we got to just first of all, they came in hot, right?
What?
Man, they came in hot.
Boy.
And especially like the whole I'm a traditional person. I'm like, you don't even know what that means. You out here pulling up on this man's house talking about you traditional.
You just out here saying shit.
Yeah, let's we're gonna stay on topic before we get off, you know, on a tangent here. So go ahead, KB. My bad.
No, I was gonna say, segueing into the topic, like I don't think the clip is meant to say who's right and who's wrong. Because you can easily say, oh, the girls are wrong, or the kids are wrong, or you could say the mom is wrong for maybe how she handled it or whatever. Mm-hmm. But why is it so hard for people to admit that they're wrong? I didn't hear anybody in that particular part of the clip say, hey, I'm wrong. Yeah, the son said I'm sorry, but he was talking to the girls, not to the mom for breaking her rules. But
right.
So, yeah.
Then it was a bullshit apology. Like, sorry, mom, like I ain't introduced them correctly.
Yeah, he didn't mean shit by that. He was just trying to sidestep and you know, take control of the situation, if anything. But nah, I think that's a real good question, KB, where I feel like a lot of people, they don't take the time to consider, you know, am I wrong anywhere in this situation? Most of the time it's like, am I most of the way right? Right? It's like, am I majority right? If I'm majority right, I'm gonna stand on that shit, and we just gonna, you know, it's me versus you.
I agree. I don't think anybody naturally feels like they wrong. Like everybody feels like they right in an argument, debate, this, and this, so on and so forth. So I don't know. With that being said, if I always feel like I'm right, if I felt like I was wrong, I probably would never be wrong in the first place. If that kind of makes sense. Like if I knew like, hey, I'm wrong for doing this, like I'm not going to do the wrong thing. I'm not going to say the thing that's wrong or whatever. But I think the bigger question is like, once you are wrong, what happens with that process after that?
Yeah. And what gets you there really? I think that's one of the biggest questions people don't ask is like, what they don't consider is like, what got you to this point of, hey, I'm in this disagreement or I'm in this argument or whatever. And at some point where shit got heated, you know, or it calmed down to a point where you can actually process your emotions, did you at any point consider, Yeah, I probably was wrong for that. Nah, all right. I might have went too far with this one. Even though you might have been mostly right?
Mhm.
I think the only thing that gets me to the point to where, not the only thing, but one of the things that get me to the point to where I actually feel like I'm wrong and I could have done something better with it, is probably the outcome of said thing that happened. Once I see maybe the backlash, or once I see like, oh, I hurt somebody's feelings behind this. Now let me do some self-reflection and see, like, was I, was my head up my ass kind of thing, or was I really, was I right in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you don't reach that point because like everybody trying to prove themselves right. And like KB said, if you don't feel like you hurt somebody's feelings or something like that, you're probably not even gonna stop and think like, oh, I was wrong. Like if there isn't some type of consequence or repercussion behind.
And I would I'll challenge, everybody that's watching, even y'all, like, when was the first time, if you can remember, when was the first time you actually thought about a situation after it happened and was like, maybe I was wrong, right, in this situation? Maybe, like I said, either I handled it wrong or I was completely wrong, right? Like, this was my fault, and I should have done better. Like, you actually evaluated yourself to say, I'm gonna do better. I need to do better. When was that first time, if you remember?
I can't say the first time for a situation because mine was kind of like a big picture type of moment. I'll say, I guess a concept, in college, like I was around people my age. And when I would get into let's say disagreement with an old lady or whatever case may be, like they was on the same page with me. They agreed with me. So it was like more fuel to be like, nah, bro, she wrong. You right. This is this on and so forth. Like, I feel you. And so being around that, it wasn't like an iron sharpens iron type of thing. It was more so like, I'm right. It's validation. After I moved to Huntsville, Pledge KA side, shout out to the Noops. Being around them, it was like they never let me be right. Even if it was a disagreement, they never said like, bro, she wrong, this, and this. They were like, well, what could you have done different? What did you do? And I hated it at first, but then it forced me to be like, all right, let me look at the situations as they come and what did I do wrong? What could I have done better? Was it just me? All those type of things.
Right.
Yeah, I can't think of the first time it happened. If anything, I'll just talk about the most recent. The wife came in the game room and kind of like I said, chew me out per se, but like kind of got on my ass because it was, the honeydew list kept just piling up and piling up.
As it does.
For the people that don't know what the honeydew list is, it's honeydew this, honeydew that, right?
It never ends.
It never ends. But I was more on some shit where it's like, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it on my time. And then, we kind of got in the back and forward. I will say that I was very defensive. And if anything, kudos to her for not allowing my tone to escalate the situation. But I thought about it after that conversation was like, yeah, I'm kind of wrong for that. We preach about like men being logical and trying not to let emotions overrule logic, but that's what I did, and I was wrong.
Man, it's somehow they could get to us though, right? Because man, I was just telling my wife today, dog, I'll be at work, and these people, they could piss me off in all kind of ways, and I process it differently. I handle the emotion differently, even though I'm like probably the same, I guess, level of frustrated with the person. I can handle them differently. But when my wife do it or somebody close to me do it, it's a different switch that just get hit and triggered and all kind of chaos start happening. You react bad. I think it's it's just us being human. But like you said, it's real big on her for recognizing or at least being able to control the situation. You always need one person to do that. That's at least what I believe. I believe there's always got to be one that got the calm, cool, collected mindset when shit might get left, go left. And they can just control and be productive. So yeah, kudos to her. But also kudos to you, real quick. Kudos to you for recognizing that you made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? That's big too.
I got a question behind that. So does it matter who the other person on, let's say opposite of us, who, if we're wrong or whatever, does it matter who the person is we're dealing with on whether we even try to process on whether we're wrong or not? Or is it somewhere within ourselves to where, like, I want to be the person to actually analyze every situation I'm in to see if I'm wrong, if that makes sense?
No, it does make sense. This is gonna be a bullshit answer. I'm gonna say yeah, no. Like to me, I feel like you reflect more when that person means more. If it's like what Coach E is saying, it's like somebody at the job. Like, so when I used to work for the fire department, niggas used to piss me off a lot. But I used to just be like, all right, cool, fuck it, whatever. Yeah. You can feel this way. You can write me up, my nigga. Cool, write me up. I don't give a fuck. Like, do your thing. Like, that shit ain't never really boiled by, like, had my water boiler type dip. You know what I'm saying? But if my wife just come in here and be like, I don't like how you do this and do that.
Ooh,
what?
Boy, nigga get the who you? What? What's going on here?
Yeah. I mean, they can flip that switch, like, depending on how close that person is to you. So I think you just care more, and when you care more, you reflect more.
Do you feel like it could be like maybe expectations? This just randomly hit me. Like, why do we react that way, right? Like, do we expect them to know what we feeling or like the shit that we've been through? And it's like for you to come in here to, bring this type of energy on me, and that's what caused the chain reaction.
I think if you haven't communicated that, then I think somewhere subconsciously, then yeah, you do expect the other person to feel and think the way you think. Like, why you coming here approaching me like that in my space, and this is my free time, whatever the case may be. So yeah, I might feel some type of way. But I give you a prime example, like I guess what Real is talking about, like somebody coming to my room, coming to my space or whatever. Prime example for me was like my mom. I can be in my room chilling, whatever case may be, and she coming there yelling, this is this, on and so forth. So that throws me back into that moment when situations like that do happen. But I've communicated that type of thing, and so fortunately, I'm with somebody that actually cares enough to like say, all right, I'm gonna try to maneuver the situation a little bit different because I understand like what it sounds like to you when I come in here doing that versus having somebody that doesn't give a fuck and they gonna say what and do what they do anyway.
Right. And that brings me to a good point or a good question. At what point does defending your opinion turn into defending your ego?
Ooh.
Because I feel like kind of in that situation, it's like you have these two people, right? One is coming in with a certain perception, they coming in with their opinion of whatever happened and whatever situation is. And then you have the receiver of this message that is, they're getting the blues and they taking shit however they taking it, and now they're standing on their opinion. And now you got these two clashes of opinions, and it's at what point is it more about I'm just defending myself and this is not all ego, or it doesn't switch into this is all ego now. What's up, bro?
This is gonna make so much sense to me. I hope it makes sense to y'all.
Oh shit.
I watched it so much with like sports analysts, right? Like, so think about like the Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless. The shit hit the fan when it went from defending your opinion to defending your ego, right? And the only time it switched was when you made it personal.
Okay.
So in our terms, if we talking to our wife, cool, let's go off of the stats. Let's go off of my last 15 games.
Stick to the facts.
Yeah.
Like, stick to the facts.
Let's go off of that. But then when you bring in personal shit or off the court type shit,
yeah,
now I gotta defend my ego.
Yeah.
Like now you playing with me.
right.
That was gonna be a similar answer to what I was gonna say. I was gonna say when I'm defending my opinion, that's the impulsive, that's the right now. This is how I feel right now in this moment. No emotions involved. Like, dang, you really just gonna do X, Y, and Z. When I started defending my ego, I done probably got hit in an emotional ass place, and now it's a little bit different for me.
I got a good scenario. It kind of sparked my memory, and I think I've used this in the past before. There was it was a good friend of mine, or is a good friend of mine, right? You know, Simi. Me and him, we were roommates for a while. We didn't been through a lot of life together and played ball together, right? During this time, we was playing ball together. I had an apartment. He ended up, we went in on an apartment together. And at some point, like I was out of the apartment and he cleaned it up, like bought a shampoo, carpet shampoo and whatnot. Then he was like trying to spruce it up for, you know, one of those chicks that was coming through or something. But all in all, he spruced it up. He did like this deep clean of the bottom section of the apartment. You walk into the door and there's like this tile area, vinyl, whatever they put down. And then there's carpet to the left. So immediately after you get off of that tile, that little small square is carpet that he just cleaned. Me and another teammate coming in the house, and we coming in, you know, shoes on. We about to walk in like we normally do. And he like reacts immediately. As soon as we hit the, hey, take y'all shoes off. Don't step on this carpet. I just cleaned this shit. Da-da-da-da. All that type of energy. And we like, yo, what's, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's all the hostility for? Like, man, I live here too. I pay this rent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on that energy. So you feel this energy. Now it's ego starting to come into play because it's like, why you coming at me like this? Like, you could have said that shit different. And you talking about this rug and what you know, whoop de whoop about how you cleaned it and all of that, but you just came at me wrong. Now I gotta process what I'm dealing with right now. In a situation like that, do you feel like you able to I guess evaluate that as more of a, hey, it's just more of a man to man, or you feel like you got to stand on some shit and be like, you ain't about to just talk to me any kind of way behind some shit, you know, you got going on?
I would say, based on the energy that you said he gave when I came in the house, like my ego already jumped up to the front. It ain't no opinion type stuff like we were talking about. Like, no, why are you coming to me like that, bro? Now I'm defensive. Now I'm finna go on the attack kind of thing. That's just me. I got a side question for you after real answers or you know, whatever.
I already know where real at. Real used to be on that shit, boy. I tell y'all.
No. See, you're wrong. Wrong. Because I'm really like a non-confrontational guy.
I call bullshit.
Right? Nah, real shit. Like, I don't like confrontation.
Oh, you want to face
confrontation like you, huh?
When he say like, hey, I don't want no problems, but when they say they want problems, I say no problem.
Right. Confrontation like you. That's what it is.
I would have tried to kill it like on some jokingly shit. Like, damn, dog, what's your problem? Like, why you coming at me like that? Then nigga, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, nigga would have like toned it down a little bit, or at least I would have got an explanation. Now, if I don't hear nothing other than, man, I just been cleaning this shit for the past 10 hours, like, you know, my nigga tired, whatever. Like, if it's something that I can't understand, then I'm gonna be like, we going up a notch. But I mean, you know, I'm just a non-confrontational guy, so
that's a crazy answer. So that just threw me for not a loop, but it's like you made a statement, and I feel like a lot of people feel this way. You said if I don't hear nothing other than already set parameters of what's acceptable for you to hear, for you to not take it there.
Facts.
I'm not saying that's wild, but I think everybody does that. So it's like, is it about like, you know, what's acceptable answer for you for this situation to be de-escalated at the end of the day? Or are we really looking at both sides of it? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you already had a set, like, if he don't say this, this, and this, it's up. We just gonna go there.
Yeah.
Something that you can understand and relate to.
Right. Well. I mean, but that's the whole point, is because we're trying to find a common ground. And the thing is that if you don't say something that I can relate to, I'm now gonna have to defend myself. But if we can meet in the middle of the bridge, I think we could be all right.
All right, so here go my spin. Well, here goes question for Kothi based on what you said, real. Like, how often did your homeboy, this is not the question, but how often did your homeboy actually react like that to different things? Was it a common occurrence? Was this like a one-off kind of thing, you know?
That was gonna be kind of my question too. That's a good shit.
Nah, this was completely random. Like we genuinely had a good relationship. Like, you know, in real no, like this is an extended brother. You know what I'm saying? So the relationship was good. It wasn't no random shit that happened in between. We ain't had no, you know, hidden issues or nothing like that. It was just we came in, being a other teammate was coming back to the crib. We was about to go chill, play the game or whatever. And knowing he there, you know, we all about to play the game. And we pull up at the crib, walk into the door, and see him kind of like still like he's just wrapping up or whatever with the cleaning. And we was about to just walk in like most people do, right? You walk to your house, you walk to your house. He came off hot. And it was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why you so hostile? Like, what you doing? Like, it was on that type of energy. Like, yo, what's all this about? Like, and my energy matching his energy, we clashing right now. And so I guess before I go deep into that, what actually happened, I sparked the question for everybody, you know, that's watching. You know, when shit like that happens, why is it? Or I guess how do we get to a point where we recognize this conversation is it's in a hot zone, right? Like shit is hostile. It can get worse or it could get, you know, it can stay here basically, but usually it gets worse. We're in a hot zone. And at what point do you recognize that? And you ask the question of like, all right, how do I dial it back? You know, how do I control this situation? How do I evaluate where I'm wrong in this situation, or if I'm wrong in this situation? I feel like a lot of people don't do that.
I think for the scenario you gave, the way my mind works is like, that's why I asked, like, is it a common occurrence? Is it something that was just out of the blue or whatever? So if I realize like I know who this person is, friend or relationship or whatever, you don't usually act like this. So now that gives me the ability to say, all right, it's something else that's going on versus like you attacking me. So now I can be on the not submissive side, but the non-confrontational side and be like, hey, bro, like what's really going on right now? And I don't care how mad you get in that situation. Like now we can talk about some shit. But now if I jump there with you, it ain't gonna be too much of me trying to think about what the fuck going on right now. Like, nah, we here. So now both of us going back and forth.
So what I was gonna say is it's kind of like what KB said, but mine was gonna sound a little softer. Like it's gonna sound like some baby shit. That's what you saying, KB? Nigga, soft as baby shit. Something like that. It's to me, it's more of like how much you love a nigga. Pause. Like, and after real shit. I'm not gonna say I'm 100% at this thing, but I'm in a higher percentage. Like if somebody like that I'm real cool with like that I consider an extended family, even my brother, right? Me and you didn't have some back and forth and all this other type of shit. But it's like it's kind of like that governor for me. Well, we going at it, and then some just trip. Like I didn't hit 100 miles per hour, nigga. Don't go over. Well, I'm like, man, I love this nigga too much to even take it even further. So then I'm toning it all the way down. Like, what's really your problem?
Right. Yeah, dog. It definitely was. It was one of those situations where it could have went to blows. That's how high it got. It was definitely some shit where it was my ego versus his ego, and that was actually the first time that I think I can recall where I'm like, yo, maybe I am wrong. You know, I'm stepping into the, you know, he just finished cleaning his rug, right? He just put some, I guess, some hard effort into cleaning the carpet and whatnot. And here we are, we just walking in the room, you know, walking to the house and about to step on the carpet. He took that shit personal.
Right.
But the biggest struggle was like, we like 19, 20 in this situation. You know, so a lot of that shit, real young blood type energy. Like we could squabble, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever.
Right.
Initially. And we both got to that level of like we could go right now. It's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it took for me to realize, like, or actually acknowledge the fact that this man just cleaned his carpet, and that's what he pissed about. It's more so about that rather than us just coming in and stepping on the rug, right? It's the principle of the idea, not so much like I got some beef with you. And recognizing that shit, especially in any situation that you might come across, is a huge hurdle for a lot of different people. Like being able to recognize that shit helps you. Well, you over there? You all right, my boy?
I don't know if Coty just had a pause moment or not. Like,
Nah, I just got triggered.
Oh shit! Oh, okay, I'm like, yo, that boy, he about to.
Right.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that moment definitely. It was like an epiphany for me, and I think it helped me grow and get through different confrontations throughout life. Beyond that, you know, relationship and all. What's up, Ralph? Go ahead. Boy, bubbling over there.
I remember this one time, KB. It was this one time. You know, my oldest, I ain't gonna say oldest, but my older brother took me to go play basketball. He had a red Charger, everything, clutch seats, all that. My dog, we getting back to the car. He reaching the back, whip out a towel, put it over his seats. I just jump in the car. Man, what you doing?
I don't know what this man talking about.
I'm like, what you mean, dog? Man, don't sit your funky ass on my seat. I said, yo, what you want me to do? Like,
hey, that bill was brand new too.
Like, what you talking about? Man, you better take your shirt off and sit on it. And I'm like, man, come on, man, stop playing. He's like, dog, I'm not. You know when the nigga start doing this?
Yeah. Oh, we about to go to blows about this.
Yeah.
Yo.
Like, all right, bro.
I vaguely remember this.
Wow.
Vaguely
remember this.
Crazy.
It definitely sounded like some shit I probably would have been on, but because I think at that point my car was brand new. I had just got the Charger.
KB, I had a hard night life growing up, dog.
Hey, I had to keep them honest, dog. That's all. I just had to keep them honest.
I'm just saying, all I'm doing is putting you in the mindset of what Simi could have been feeling like.
I understood Simi. That's all I was saying.
So I got a question for both of y'all. I mean, it's the same question, but I have a bigger question behind that. So with Simi or whatever, like, how long did it take y'all to get, you know, over that? And the same thing with Real. Or because Coty don't remember, so like, how long? He got over it quick. You ain't ever got
it. I was good. And I probably low-key, I probably was in the same boat that Simi was when it happened. Because, like I said, given that we didn't go to blows, right? I respected his request, even though he came across wrong. You know, he delivered it bad. I understood where he was coming from. And, you know, I didn't just do what the fuck I wanted in that moment. And I think that's what saved the friendship, because that would have probably ended it. We would have went to blows. It would have been more about principle and respect, and that would have probably been a wrap. But I respected that, and, you know, let it be what it was. You know, put my pride behind me, and just took my shoes off because the man just cleaned the carpet. And so, you know, shit kind of simmered down from that point. It was a little quiet at first. The partner that came with us, he did basically what Rel would do. He was a jokester, so he kind of like made a joke about it and was like, "Damn, dog, you know, you all tense, like what's happening, you know, on that type of shit." And, you know, he explained his perspective of it, and I just left it where it was. I didn't really give it too much energy because my ego was gonna get into it. So I let it go. I left it alone, and life went on.
Okay, what about you, Riff?
Well, KB, I don't really. I just
That boy need therapy.
I just said it not too long ago. The more that I love you, the like easy it is for shit to really slide off. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really give a fuck. I mean, I understand it from his perspective. Like, niggas a brand new car, cloth seats. You know that cloth hole that smell.
Yeah,
You know
and
what
I
I'm
wasn't even
saying?
thinking about it, to be honest. I was just reacting.
Yeah, see, this nigga fussed at me for not even understanding why he fussed at me, KB. What the fuck? Hey, shit.
I was young-minded. I still had my point though.
See that shit? See that shit?
I still have my point. I was probably wrong on how I delivered it. I was wrong, but I had a valid point.
Yeah, that's fine. But still. But yeah, I don't hold on to that shit like that.
So see the theme, not the theme being, but like, all right, Kothi had his homeboy. This was your brother or whatever. So I guess my bigger question is, why does it feel more threatening maybe being wrong in a relationship versus a friendship? And I say relationship, you know, man, woman, whatever case may be. I'm gonna count y'all thing as, I guess, relationship, friendship type of thing. But you get, I think y'all get the question.
Yeah.
Or is it more threatening being wrong in a relationship versus a friendship? Neither one of these situations caused y'all to fall out, but I've seen situations in a relationship to where like somebody was wrong and it ended. It's over with. So I look at that as being more threatening versus the other things.
I think and Real kind of mentioned it earlier with his point was you know, when certain disagreements happen though, as long as we sticking to the facts, shit usually it's like, all right, we can go back and forth. We could debate on, you know, how you saw the facts and, you know, what happened versus what didn't happen. But the moment you step into that lane of emotion, right, and how you perceive something and how it made you feel, and you go to accusing people of doing some shit, that's where egos get to play and pride get to play. And that's typically where you see these things happen with relationships, right? Like they know how to push your buttons. They know what the feels are. You know what I'm saying? Like they know how you feel about them, or you know how you make them feel. And the moment you don't make them feel the way they want, shit start to get ugly.
You said between relationships and friendships.
Yeah, like it feels more like threatening in a relationship to be wrong versus a friendship. Friendship, it feels like for the most part, like we gonna get over this or it's gonna be a thing. Relationship, not so much, possibly.
Damn, that's tough. Maybe the difference is, I mean, if you're talking about that type of relationship, like you're married or something, you live together. But I don't really know if that's a harm thing or a help thing. You know, like
double-edged sword.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Like it could harm us because it's like, nigga, we don't get a chance to breathe from each other. Unlike a friend, like, you know, y'all could go a week or 2 weeks without seeing each other, and then some shit just happened to break the ice or break the tension, and y'all back good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or it could being together like that, being in the household together, could save you. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all gotta walk past each other every day. Then you get to, man, you hungry,
bruh. I'm like, dog, you ever been in those situations where it's like you still mad though, and you want to be mad, like why do we go through that shit? Like you know you love this person this much, right? And you start thinking about all these other things, but you still pissed with them. It's like you want to be mad. You're feeling this love, but you want to be mad. Why we go through that shit? What we holding on?
I think the big thing is, I think I learned this in therapy, was like everybody wants to be seen and everybody wants to be heard. And once you don't feel either those two things or one or the other, you hold on to it. Same thing with Simi. You were saying like, oh, you walked in here, whatever, like, bro, y'all don't see that I just cleaned this floor or whatever. I feel some type of way about not being seen in my contribution or whatever case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got an issue. Same
That's a
thing
good
with
point.
Kothi and the doggone charge or whatever. Bro, you don't see I got this clean car.
The bitch
So
brand
and so forth.
new.
You go, as you put, you go get your funky ass up in this car. You don't see that?
Dog.
No, bro, you trying to mess my stuff up. I don't appreciate that.
Yeah. That's a
Nah,
good
that
point.
nigga was tripping.
I can't say he wasn't.
Man. That's a
I
good
can't
one.
say he wasn't. I think the big thing though, in my personal opinion, like in both of the stores or whatever,
Mhm.
or any store rather, like especially the one with Simi, it's like I can't say anybody is wrong. Simi felt the way he felt about the floor or whatever, but like you said, we walk in here the same way every time.
Right.
So you could have easily said like, oh shoot, I see Simi, he said he cleaned the floor or whatever, so like let me take my shoes off or whatever. Simi could have been like, all right, I clean the floor, but I know that they're gonna come here with their shoes on because they do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, fuck that, KB. That nigga saw that damn carpet cleaner. He even admitted saying he saw that carpet cleaner. You knew what that man was doing, and you ain't give a fuck, and you was walking on that goddamn carpet. Yeah.
Fuck your couch, nigga. Fuck
your I should have sat on your
I pay for this carpet. You ain't pay for that seat.
You ain't clean that bitch though.
You're right, but I paid for it.
Right, so you ain't put your hard your elbow grease, none of that. You ain't put none of that into it.
All
your
that's
time
cool.
and your effort.
So Kothi, you saying like since I paid for the carpet just like everybody else in the house did, like I paid for my percentage to be able to disrespect this motherfucker anytime I get well pleased.
Nah, I ain't saying that at all.
Oh.
I'm just saying based off of previous practice, right? This is normal shit. This is every time we come in the house, we open the door, we walk through the door, we walk into the kitchen, whatever, right? I walk in before you even like it's a fluid movement. You know what I'm saying? You open the door, you walk in, your partner right behind you, so you ain't just stopping. You know what I'm saying? So it's like mid stride, you get caught before you step foot on this carpet. And like rightfully so, he had to react because he wanted to keep this shit spotless. Cool. I don't know that shit. I'm walking through the door. I walk through the door, and right as I'm about to step on the carpet, all that type of energy. So we got to react like, your daddy just caught you doing some shit you ain't supposed to. Like, yo, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? And then you get the whole 411 on what's going on. Like, man, you coming at me like I done just stole your money or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was that type of energy. And granted, like I said, I understood his perspective in the, a little bit into the moment. It took a little second because we did go back and forth. But before it went to blows, I recognized that he's really just pissed about the carpet situation and what was about to happen. Not necessarily, trying to bitch me on some shit. Like, he wasn't trying to demean me in any way. He was just like, yo, respect that I just cleaned this carpet. I don't want y'all dirtying that bitch up again. And so with that being said, we took our shoes off, we went on our day and left it at that. But Rail saw that car. Rail know I just got that car. And Rail know his ass was funky.
So, in my defense, real quick, because we're coming up on time. I was still young, KB. I didn't really know about cloth seats and the smell staying in there and all this other type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know about none of that. So I was ignorant to the fact.
You ain't give a damn.
In this nigga's case, he started a carpet cleaner machine. He said he was wrapping it up. You know what I'm saying? The man dripping his sweat. He looking like he been outside working for 10 hours.
You sound just like a prosecutor.
I'm just saying.
No, because there ain't none of that the facts. Ain't none of that the facts.
I'm just saying.
I clearly stated we walked in and it was a fluid motion. They know, I saw the carpet cleaning.
You said that you saw the man look like he was just finished wrapping it up. He was wrapping up the cord on the carpet cleaner.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say at what point did I see it. I said I saw it. The fact of the matter is we walked in the door, and as you walk in the door, the carpet's right there.
Guilty. Take him out of here, Judge.
Anyway, what say you, KB?
I'll say, I guess my closing arguments or whatever. 2 points as quick as I can make it. Number one, I think in most situations, well, in a lot of situations, like there might be somebody that's right, there might be somebody that's wrong. But in a lot of situations, like what I try to highlight is 2 people can also be somewhat wrong in the situation. And it's like both people got to reflect on that, not just one person, not just the other. Like really look at the situation, say, what could I have done better? Like, was I really tripping about this? The other thing I think I say is like in a lot of situations, like, is it gonna matter 2 weeks from now, tomorrow, 3 weeks from now, whatever case may be? Yes, send me clean the carpet or whatever. But if I think of another situation, like imagine you just cleaned the toilet in your house or whatever, like, or somebody cleaned the toilet in your house. Do you really expect like somebody's not gonna come by here and take a dump today because you just cleaned the toilet? It's going to get dirty again. There's no way around that. And I think about the people like in my government job or whatever, right? People clean the toilets all the time. They clean the bathrooms, whatever. Right after they clean it, somebody coming and messing it up.
That's the best time to
it ain't nowhere. It ain't nowhere around it. They feel more comfortable messing it up after it's clean. Matter of fact,
absolutely.
But I can't say for their mental, cognitive process or whatever. But I don't think they trip about that. They just look at it like I have a job to do. I know it's going to get messed up. I'm gonna have to clean it again tomorrow, and so on and so forth. And they go on about their day. Granted, they're getting paid for it, but they don't take it with them for the rest of the day. Like I just cleaned this toilet, and now it's a thing. It's going to happen. That's my 2 cents.
That just made me think about it. Like, imagine if you was that person cleaning the toilet, and you like took pride in your stuff. Like you in that bit, I'm talking. You like folding the napkin and shit. Like, you know what I mean? And you cleaning that bit spotless. And as soon as you give it that one last flush, you close the door, you walk off. Big boy come around that corner. He come around that corner. Oh shit! Thank you. And tear it up.
Nah, nigga waiting at you by the door like, ooh shit. you know what I'm saying?
You get I'm gonna mess this shit up.
Man, waiting for you.
You like to see? You like to see?
That's the point though. Like, but they take pride in that every day, and they know it's gonna be a thing. Like they ain't tripping about it. If they was tripping about it, they wouldn't have that job. Like they can't have that job and trip about it at the same time. But go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, though. I think there's definitely some truth in it for sure. Huge pointers in there about recognizing the possibilities, right? The possibilities of us being wrong in any given situation, because there are 2 sides to the scenario. It's not just you going through life; it's somebody else going through life as well, and it's our responsibility to recognize the shit that we dealing with, and just be respectful for the shit that somebody else might be dealing with too. And yeah, dog, all these different life lessons. Good thing is all of that stuff happened when you're young. You going through stuff like that, you dealing with it at a young age, and it molds you to be better in the future. And I definitely would say that from that point on, like I said, those different encounters I've had, I was able to, continue that practice of evaluating whether or not I was wrong. And actually, I started to grow into the direction of reaching out to other fellow brothers that's, they have been through life, right? Or they go through life, and we, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
Real, what you got? Or you got something?
No. Y'all said everything I gotta say.
Bro. Well, hey, it's been a good one. I think y'all let us know in the comments, if y'all got any perspectives on what we've been talking about. You got any stories you want to share? Let us know in the comments. Let us know if Rel was wrong for trying to sit in my car and with his funky ass. And if we pissed you off, we made you laugh, or we taught you something. We did our job. We'll catch you on the next one.
We about to go live. We about to go live. Yeah. We about to go live.